Hello, we are dealing with skeletal muscular relaxant drugs. So, is the classification? It is divided into two types: peripheral muscle relaxant and central muscle relaxant. We know peripheral muscle relaxants, it acts the peripherally, and central muscular relaxant agents which act the centrally in the cerebrospinal axis. So the peripheral muscular relaxants, they are of other two types: direct acting muscular relaxants or neuromuscular transmission blocking drugs. The direct acting muscular relaxant, the simple example is Ventolin, which inhibit the release of Ca2 plus calcium ion. And neuromuscular transmission blocking drugs, they block the transmission of impulse, which act on the prejunctionally or it can be act on the postjunctionally. So we are dealing with first prejunctionally. These neuromuscular transmission drugs, they will decrease the output of acetylcholine at motor end plate. My means they will not favors the release of acetylcholine. These are the examples like hemicholine and triethylcholine. They will block the uptake of choline. So acetylcholine will not be released. Botulinum toxin, they will block the release of acetylcholine. Mg2 plus ions, this will cause the uncoupling the transport mechanism. Here is the aminoglycoside, neomycin and streptomycin. What they cause? They chelate the calcium ions and inhibit the excitation contraction coupling process. The postjunctionally, it acts on like non-depolarizing or competitive neuromuscular blocking agents, or depolarizing or non-competitive neuromuscular blocking drugs. This non-competitive will not compete with acetylcholine, but this competitive neuromuscular blocking agents, they will compete with acetylcholine and it will prevent the depolarization. Third one is the mixed type. I will discuss this later. This central muscle relaxant, we know that it acts centrally in the cerebrospinal axis. So how it acts? It acts by depressing the spinal and supraspinal polysynaptic reflexes. These are the further examples of the cerebral muscle relaxant examples, like carbamate derivatives, methocarbamol, glyceryl ethers, guaifenesin, mefenesin, benzodiazepines, diazepam. We know diazepam act on the benzodiazepine receptor and linked with GABA A. GABA derivatives, gabapentin, baclofen, miscellaneous cyclobenzaprine. They can reduce the hyperreflexia or it can be used in the strychnine poisoning. These central acting muscular relaxant agent. So at the post-junctionally neuromuscular drugs, non-depolarizing, we note is the competitive type and it will compete with acetylcholine and it will compete with acetylcholine for occupying the N2 nicotinic acetylcholine receptors post-synaptic or the post-junctionally at the motor end plate. So by compete with the N2 and acetylcholine receptors, it will prevent the depolarization. There will be no depolarization and the muscular relaxant will occur. There are the examples like D-tubocurarine, pancuronium, vecuronium, etracurium, centracurium, galamine. These are the examples of the non-depolarizing. The D-tubocurarine, it releases the histamine and decreases the frequency of the channel opening. The D-tubocurarine, it arises from the source Strychnos toxifera. And how it acts? It blocks the N1 and N2 and acetylcholine receptors, which block the ganglionic transmission. No acetylcholine transmission will occur, and release of the epinephrine from adrenal medulla. Epinephrine, we know it causes the hypotension and reflex tachycardia. They are the depolarizing or the non-competitive type. It will not compete with the acetylcholine and will cause the sustained depolarization over the period. Examples are succinylcholine or succinylcholine or decamethonium. The succinylcholine, they are the choline ester of the succinic acid and equivalent of the two acetylcholine molecules, and it is metabolized by butyryl cholinesterase enzyme. Neostigmine, it potentiates the succinylcholine drug aminoglycoside or calcium channel blockers like verapamil or diltiazem, it will potentiate the succinylcholine action. Neostigmine, it reverses the action of D-tubocurarine, so it is the antagonist of D-tubocurarine. The general anesthetics and aminoglycoside antibiotics, they potentiate the action of D-tubocurarine. Succinyl, they causes the transient muscular fasciculations. Diazepam, it inhibits both monosynaptic and postsynaptic reflexes. Post-junctionally neuromuscular agents, one classification is mixed type, so which will act on both non-depolarizing and depolarizing benzoquinonium. We know dantrolene is the peripheral muscular relaxant. It will inhibit the release of calcium ion and causes the inhibition of excitation contraction coupling.